జాతీయవాద జర్నలిజానికి అసలైన వేదిక నేషనలిస్ట్ హబ్ ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి. నోటిఫికేషన్స్ కోసం బెల్ ఐకాన్ పై క్లిక్ చేయండి.
Let's get straight to it. Kishore, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me at Nationalist Hub.
It's our pleasure. Tell me something about what is happening. What do you think is happening in terms of the farming crisis in Telangana at this point of time? What do you think? And then I'll ask you a few questions as you go along.
Sure. Thank you once again for having me at Nationalist Hub. It's been 4 months. There's a new government in the state. And unfortunately, this season for water, there's been a water crisis. We haven't been bestowed with abundant water like in the previous years. There has been the El Nino effect, right? It's a result of the El Nino effect. But as you said, the perfect storm. I feel this is a perfect storm as far as agriculture and the farmers are concerned in the state. They're facing a perfect storm. You know the Kaleshwaram project and how it has currently become defunct at the moment because of the sinking piers in Medigada. Mm-hmm. That happened on October 21st, right? Just 40 days before the elections.
Right.
And the BRS, which was in power at that time, they had to open all the gates and then empty the barrage at Medigada. So since this is a lift irrigation project, Medigada is the lowest level barrage in the entire scheme of the Kaleshwaram, this thing. Right. So you had to store water there and then pump it upstream so that you could store that water, recharge the ground water, and also so that you can irrigate from these things. But since the final barrage has become useless now, Kaleshwaram project, you are unable to pump water upstairs. Along with that came the deficit rainfall. So now we are facing a situation for the first time after the Kaleshwaram project was built. Actually, there was no need to pump earlier. Though we pumped water upstream, most of it had to be released once again because there was abundant water in the river itself. So now this would have been the very first time where Kaleshwaram would have become really useful because there is a deficit rainfall. But this is the very time that it has, you are unable to pump water. So that actually the entire North Andhra, which the Kaleshwaram project was supposed to serve, has become, has gone back to earlier days where you don't have much water in the Kaleshwaram, and so the groundwater hasn't. For this crop, it seems to be a little okay, but for the next crop, it becomes really difficult because
if you don't have rains the next time, if you don't have an abundant monsoon the next time, I think we are in serious trouble. Very serious trouble.
So even if you have abundant rain, we are only going back to the pre-Kaleshwaram days.
True.
Even then, farming was a problem with abundant rains as well, because throughout the season you needed water. For that, you had the entire 1 lakh crore worth Kaleshwaram project built, so that you could store the water, pump the water from Pranahita upstream into Godavari, and then store
in stages
across, so that at least the groundwater recharges. And if you have seen, after the BRS government came to power, after Telangana was formed, we had around 18 lakh bore wells.
Right.
Pumping water for agriculture before 2014. But now it is around 28-29 lakhs.
Right.
That is because the groundwater could be charged. Right. Now, that's not a possibility anymore because you're unable to pump water in Kaleshwaram. That is the North Telangana part of it. In the South Telangana part of it, as you know, even Krishna has a deficit. So the Jurala, Srisailam, Nagarjan Sagar, all these projects are, you see the water levels, they are going down, they have gone down. Yeah. And even today, through irrigation, water is unable to reach the tail end farms. So some fields are drying up. So that is the situation. Some farmers are going to see severe loss of crop this time. Whatever investments they have made in this particular cycle, they are going to lose that. At the same time, the prior BRS government had implemented the Fasal Bima Yojana, basically crop insurance, for a couple of years and then discontinued it.